Welcome to this deep dive. You know how sometimes life just feels, well, a bit off, like you're out of step somehow and things aren't quite lining up the way you thought they would.
Yes, that feeling of disharmony.
Exactly. And that's what we're tuning into today, those moments.
Yeah.
But instead of just seeing them as random chaos, what if there's something more?
What if there's signals? Messages, perhaps?
Signals. Trying to tell us something important. That's an interesting way to put it.
Well, it's about shifting perspective, isn't it? From seeing ourselves as isolated islands to understanding we're part of this vast interconnected web. Think about it. Nothing really exists totally on its own.
Right. Everything's connected.
Yeah.
Dependent origination, that idea.
Precisely. Everything arises in relation to something else. So when things feel out of balance for you, it could very well be a sign of a ripple within that larger connection.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit.
Yeah.
So this interconnectedness,
Yeah.
if we're constantly facing hurdles, it's not just like a string of bad luck.
It's usually more intertwined than that. Imagine a delicate tapestry.
Okay.
You pull one single thread, and it affects the whole design, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Our lives are sort of similar. What you experience isn't just happening to you in isolation. It's part of this larger pattern.
So that feeling, that being out of sync, it could point to a kind of disharmony in the whole weave.
It could indeed. A signal from the system, if you like.
Wow. That's a really powerful way to think about it. It makes me think of being out on the water.
Tell me more.
Well, you can fight the waves, right? Feel like the ocean is your enemy.
Yes, a common reaction. Resistance.
But what if those waves aren't actually obstacles? What if they're more like guides, testing a sailor's adaptability, their wisdom?
A beautiful metaphor. The waves aren't enemies, but teachers. They teach navigation, resilience.
So in the same way, could life's challenges be? Opportunities. Opportunities for growth, just disguised as, difficulties.
Precisely. They're not necessarily there to break us. Perhaps they're there to help us build inner strength, to understand life's currents better.
Lessons in disguise. Developing our inner compass. I like that.
Yes. Opportunities to refine how we navigate.
So, okay, if these challenges are opportunities, how do we even start to understand what they're trying to show us? We've been exploring this idea of karma.
Ah, karma. Yes.
Now, lots of people have this kind of simplified view, don't they? Like, good deeds mean good results, bad means bad, a cosmic scoreboard.
That's a common understanding, but it's deeper than that, more nuanced.
How so?
Often, we focus just on the action itself, but the real essence, the core of it, lies in the intention behind what we do.
Your intention.
Every thought we have, every word we speak, every action we take, think of them like planting seeds within us.
Seeds, okay.
And these seeds, over time, they sprout. They shape our experiences, our reality.
So it's not just the outward thing, the deed itself, but the inner motivation driving it. That feels crucial.
It is. It's the quality of the mind behind the action.
So if you're feeling stuck, then, like in a rut, facing the same kind of problems over and over, could that be tied to these past intentions, these seeds we planted, maybe without even realizing it?
That's a very insightful connection to make.
Yes.
Your present circumstances can indeed be a reflection of past choices and intentions, both the ones you're aware of and the ones that are more subconscious.
Right. And karma isn't always like instant cause and effect, is it?
No, not always linear like that. The effects can unfold gradually, sometimes over long periods. And this is truly significant, we're not trapped.
We're not just stuck in some predetermined loop.
Not at all. We have the power to shape our karma. It's not a fixed destiny.
Okay, how? How do we influence what comes next?
By what we do and intend right now. By consciously shifting our present actions, and perhaps even more importantly, our underlying intentions, we begin to sow new seeds.
We cultivate a different future.
Exactly. Think about someone maybe struggling with finances.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of only blaming external things, the economy, bad luck, whatever,
Right.
the usual suspects. The invitation is to look inward. What's my actual relationship with money? Is it rooted in generosity, gratitude, or is it coming from a place of fear, anxiety, hoarding?
Ah, I see. Examining those deeper attitudes.
Precisely. And then consciously aligning actions with a more perhaps positive or generous mindset, that can start to shift the reality. It's about addressing the root, the intention.
This really makes you wonder, doesn't it? When you're facing those persistent challenges, maybe the question isn't just, why is this happening to me?
What's the alternative question?
Maybe something more like, what is this experience inviting me to understand? Or what's the lesson here?
That raises a crucial point. What if these difficulties aren't punishments at all? What if they are valuable lessons? Nudges, perhaps.
Nudges to examine parts of our lives that need attention.
Exactly. Maybe there's a need for some healing, or a pattern that needs breaking, or perhaps a new possibility, a different path you're being guided towards.
There's a story, isn't there, about a young monk, Ananda, that sort of brings this idea to life, the challenge as a teacher.
Ah, yes, the story of Ananda. It's a beautiful reminder. He was, deeply committed to his spiritual practice.
Right.
But he often felt frustrated. He wrestled with doubt, self-criticism, quite common feelings, really.
Very relatable.
One day, meditating under a banyan tree, a sort of subtle whisper seemed to arise within him.
What did it say?
Ananda, why do you resist the storm?
Wow. Why do you resist the storm? That's powerful. He was looking for peace, but fighting the very turbulence.
Exactly. He was seeking tranquility by pushing away the difficulties. At first, he was confused, naturally. But then he started to see his struggles weren't signs he was failing. They were actually invitations.
Invitations to what?
To surrender, to let go of the resistance, to trust the natural unfolding of life, even when it felt messy or chaotic.
And what happened? Did he change?
He experienced a profound shift, a real transformation. He learned to see challenges not as enemies to be conquered, but as wise teachers.
Offering deeper insights.
Yes, into himself, into the nature of reality. And by embracing these storms, by learning from them instead of fighting them, he found this deep, lasting peace.
A peace rooted in acceptance, knowing he was where he needed to be.
Exactly that. Rooted in the understanding that each moment, even the difficult ones, held value.
That's such a powerful shift. I think so many of us can relate to that feeling of pushing against what is instead of trying to learn from it.
It's a very human tendency.
So for anyone listening right now who's maybe feeling that frustration or pain or confusion, maybe there's a hidden gift in there.
It's possible. An opportunity, perhaps, to awaken a potential they haven't yet discovered.
So the invitation is to gently shift that question.
From why me?
To what is this trying to reveal to me? Or what can I learn here?
Yes, that simple reframe can be a doorway. It can open up so much understanding and growth.
Now, another thing that often fuels that resistance, that pushing against, it's the feeling that we should be in control, right?
Yes, the illusion of control.
We make our plans, set intentions, and then life takes a sharp left turn, and it's deeply unsettling.
It is. And that desire to control our circumstances is very natural, very human. We create these detailed maps for our lives.
Trying to find security.
Exactly. Seeking security in a world that is fundamentally unpredictable. But life often has its own currents, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Unexpected things happen. Job changes, relationship shifts.
Circumstances we never saw coming. And they can dismantle our carefully laid plans quite quickly.
And in those moments, it's so easy to feel like life's unfair or like we failed somehow.
But Buddhist wisdom offers a different perspective here through the concept of anicca.
Anicca, impermanence.
Yes,
Yeah.
impermanence. Absolutely everything in existence is in a constant state of change. Flux.
Our emotions, our situations.
Our bodies, our thoughts, continually flowing, transforming. Nothing stays fixed forever.
That's such a fundamental truth, isn't it? But wow, it's easy to forget day to day.
Very easy.
And I can see how clinging to that idea of permanence, wanting things to stay the same, how that inevitably leads to suffering when change comes. Because change always comes.
Exactly. When we resist this natural flow, this impermanence, we create friction. We create suffering for ourselves, often unnecessarily.
But the flip side, embracing it.
Embracing impermanence opens us up. It opens us to new possibilities. Think back, perhaps, to times in your own life
Okay.
when a change you initially resisted, maybe even fear,
Yeah.
ultimately led you somewhere better, somewhere more meaningful.
Oh, definitely. I can think of examples. A door closing that, looking back, clearly opened a much better one. It's like life rearranges itself sometimes.
Precisely. Life has its own inherent wisdom, its own way of unfolding. So when you face uncertainty, the invitation is maybe to soften your grip.
Soften the grip on needing to control every outcome.
Yes. And instead, try to trust that there's a larger process at play, unfolding in its own divine timing, perhaps.
So our role isn't to hold on so tight.
Perhaps our role is more to flow with that current, to breathe through it, to be fully present in this moment, not lost in trying to force the next one.
Okay, so if we're not meant to control everything, how do we navigate this constant change? We're looking at the importance of awareness. really tuning in.
Yes, awareness is key. In our busy lives, it's so easy to go on autopilot, isn't it?
Totally. Consumed by distractions, notifications.
Right, and we rarely pause to truly listen to ourselves, to the world around us. Mindfulness offers a powerful way to cultivate this awareness.
Mindfulness, being fully present.
Mm.
Right here, right now, without judgment. Sounds simple.
But can be surprisingly challenging to do consistently. It takes practice, gentle, persistent effort.
What does it give us, this practice?
Well, it allows you to observe your thoughts, your feelings, your surroundings with a new kind of clarity. It's like turning down the volume on all the external noise.
So you can hear the quieter signals.
Exactly, the more important messages. And through this practice, you start to notice patterns in your life.
Recurring themes.
Yeah.
Lessons that keep popping up.
Yes. Those subtle messages you might have been missing before because you were too busy or distracted.
We have that example.
Yeah.
So someone keeps finding themselves in, say, difficult relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just feeling like a victim, mindfulness encourages looking deeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Asking, what am I unconsciously seeking here?
Or what unresolved issues within me might be contributing to this pattern.
Yes.
By turning that mindful awareness inward, you can start to uncover the roots,
The answers are often just beneath the surface.
waiting to be brought into the light of awareness and intuition. That's another vital channel for these messages.
That quiet inner knowing, that gut feeling. How do you learn to trust that? To tell it apart from just fear or wishful thinking?
Strengthening intuition often requires creating space for it, cultivating stillness
Oh,
through practices like meditation, or spending quiet time in nature, or even just finding moments of silence in your day. These allow that deeper wisdom to surface.
and help you differentiate the whisper of intuition from the louder shouts of fear.
Precisely. It helps foster trust in that inner guidance, in the universe's subtle communications.
Okay, so pulling this first part together, it really feels like life's challenges aren't just random roadblocks. They have meaning. They have purpose.
And potential. Potential for significant growth.
And the universe, or life, whatever term you use, is constantly communicating through synchronicities, dreams, emotions, people.
In countless ways, yes. The key is our readiness to listen. Are we truly present? Are we open?
Are we ready to engage in this dance of life, trusting that even the tricky steps are guiding us somewhere important?
That's the invitation, always. Are we willing to listen deeply? Are we willing to embrace the whole dance, the unpredictable movements, trusting that each step, even the stumbles, guides us toward greater understanding, greater fulfillment?
Moving into the second part of our exploration, we were reflecting on the lotus flower. Such a powerful symbol. What wisdom does it hold?
Ah, the lotus. It holds such deep significance. It grows, as you know, from the murky depths of a pond.
Right, from the mud.
Yet it blossoms in this exquisite purity, untouched by the very mud it emerges from.
It's an amazing contrast, isn't it?
It offers a profound teaching. True beauty, true awakening can emerge from our difficulties, from what might seem like the darkest, murkiest parts of our lives.
Something so radiant coming from seemingly awful conditions. We also talk about dukkha, suffering.
Yes.
We usually try to avoid suffering, run from it. But is there another way?
Well, suffering is acknowledged as a fundamental part of being human, but it's not just something negative to be avoided at all costs.
It can be.
Something else. It can be a catalyst, a doorway even, to deeper insight, to awakening. It's often said that much of our suffering arises from attachment.
Attachment, clinging.
Yes, clinging to things that are inherently impermanent. Possessions, relationships, even our ideas about who we are, our identity.
So when life throws us those curveballs and things don't go according to our plan, it often comes back to these attachments, holding on to beliefs or expectations that maybe don't fit anymore.
Exactly. When life feels chaotic or unfair, the practice is to gently ask yourself, what am I holding on to so tightly here?
Am I attached to a specific outcome? A certain identity? A vision of how things should be?
Yes, and the act of letting go of these attachments, it isn't about giving up. It's not defeat.
What is it then?
It's about freeing yourself. Freeing yourself to embrace new possibilities, to align more smoothly with the natural flow of life as it is.
We heard that personal story.
Yeah.
Someone feeling stuck in a job because they were attached to the idea of security. And it wasn't until they let go of that fear, that attachment, that they found their real passion.
That's a beautiful, practical example of the Lotus Principle. Without the mud of that unfulfilling situation,
Right.
and then the conscious effort to rise above it by releasing that attachment, The bloom of passion might never have unfolded.
The Lotus teaches us that growth often requires discomfort. Adversity can be a call to rise higher.
To shed old layers, yes,
Yeah.
and to step more fully into our potential.
We then explore this idea of the mirror of mindfulness. We touched on mindfulness earlier, but this was more about seeing life without judgment.
Yes. When we face challenges, our minds tend to spin stories, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. Labeling things good, bad, fair, unfair.
Exactly. We categorize and judge based on our past conditioning, our habits of mind, but these judgments can really cloud our perception.
And limit our ability to respond wisely.
Precisely. Mindfulness invites us to step back from those mental narratives, to simply observe the present moment as it is, without adding all our interpretations and evaluations on top.
So if you're going through something tough, like a disappointment, instead of getting lost in the story of I'm not good enough or this always happens,
You just observe.
observe the raw sensations, the emotions passing through, the thoughts arising and falling away.
Exactly. By doing that, you create a little space between yourself and your immediate reactions.
And that space allows you to choose your response rather than just being swept away.
Yes, it gives you agency. This practice is also backed up by modern psychology, isn't it? Reducing stress, improving emotional regulation.
Yeah, the benefits are well documented. But there's a deeper level too.
On a deeper level, it connects us to the idea that life itself, events themselves, are inherently neutral.
Neutral. How so?
We're the ones who assign the labels good, bad, based on our conditioning. Mindfulness helps us reclaim the power to interpret events in ways that empower us, rather than keep us stuck.
So we can choose our meaning.
We can choose our response, our perspective. There is a simple practice anyone can try. Just sit quietly for a few minutes each day. Focus on your breath.
And when the mind wanders, which it will,
Gently guide it back. Without scolding yourself, just bring it back to the breath. This simple act trains the mind.
trains it to stay present, even when things are difficult. Makes challenges feel less overwhelming.
It can make them feel more manageable, yes, less intimidating.
We then move to the middle way. This is a core concept, finding balance. How does it apply to facing challenges?
The middle way, at its heart, is about avoiding extremes. Neither complete indulgence nor extreme self-denial leads to true peace or insight.
So with challenges.
It reminds us we need to engage, yes. We need to take action where appropriate. But becoming completely consumed by striving, by fixing, by controlling, that leads to burnout.
Right, is finding that balance between effort and surrender. Is that the right word?
Effort and trust, perhaps. Disciplined effort where needed, combined with a trust in the process, in the unfolding,
Yeah.
releasing the obsession with outcome.
There was that story about the disciple meditating so intensely for years,
Oh, Mahinda, yes. Trying so hard, but enlightenment wasn't coming.
and his epiphany came from watching a musician.
Tuning an instrument, yes, the string couldn't be too tight or it would snap, not too loose or it wouldn't make music. It needed balance.
And that's when he realized he was trying too hard.
He realized his intense striving, his obsession with the result, was actually hindering him. Enlightenment came when he let go of that intensity, found that middle path.
It's a great reminder. Sometimes pushing harder actually moves us further away.
It can. Trusting the process doesn't mean abdicating responsibility. It means recognizing what's within our control and what isn't. Finding a rhythm.
So it invites reflection. Where might I be overexerting, pushing too hard, neglecting rest?
Exactly. Are you sacrificing well-being for work? Obsessing endlessly over a problem? The invitation is maybe to ease off, take breaks, practice self-compassion, rest, then return with fresh eyes.
That leads nicely into the next wisdom, the power of compassion. Often we think about compassion for others, but we talked about self-compassion being vital, especially when things are tough.
Oh, absolutely vital. When you're struggling, it's so easy to turn inwards with criticism, isn't it?
Definitely. Berating mistakes, dwelling on failures.
Self-compassion is about recognizing your own humanity, acknowledging that everyone struggles, offering yourself the same kindness, the same understanding you'd offer a dear friend.
How do you start?
It begins by allowing yourself to feel the difficult emotions, without judgment, without pushing them away, acknowledging the pain is there. These feelings are valid and they are temporary. That creates space for healing.
So treat yourself gently, like you would someone you care about who's hurting.
Precisely. And then extending that compassion outward. Small acts of kindness.
Like what?
Offering a listening ear. Volunteering time. Even just a genuine smile. These acts have ripples. They remind us we're connected.
And there are real benefits, aren't there? Psychologically, spiritually.
Yes. Compassion can reduce anxiety, stress, depression. It fosters resilience, strengthens relationships, creates a sense of belonging. Spiritually, it opens the heart.
Opens it to love, abundance, shifting from lack to sufficiency.
Exactly. A simple practice. Set an intention each day for one small act of kindness, for yourself or another. At the end of the day, just reflect for a moment on how it felt. Over time, this can really soften your perspective, expand your joy.
Finally, in this section, we talk about the gift of imperfection. This feels so countercultural sometimes.
It can be. In a world often chasing flawlessness, perfectionism is a common trap. It leads to constant dissatisfaction because perfection, it's an illusion.
So embracing imperfection, what does that really mean?
It's about accepting our shared humanity, recognizing that mistakes, setbacks, flaws, they're part of the journey, part of learning and growing. Think of the beauty in things that aren't perfect.
Like the cracks in a well-loved teacup tell its story.
Exactly. Nothing lasts forever in a perfect state. When plans fail or we stumble, resist labeling yourself inadequate. See it as an opportunity. What's the lesson here?
Embracing imperfections leads to authenticity, radiating a different kind of confidence.
It does. Think of kintsugi, that Japanese art form.
Repairing broken pottery with gold, right?
Yes. Highlighting the cracks, making them part of the beauty, part of the object's history. Our own scars, visible or invisible, they tell our story of resilience. They make us unique. They make us whole.
That's beautiful. So instead of beating ourselves up when we stumble,
celebrate that you had the courage to try. Treat yourself with kindness, with patience. Remember, you are enough exactly as you are right now.
wow, that's a lot to take in. These challenges aren't just obstacles, they're teachers. Mindfulness, compassion, balance, they help us navigate. Embracing imperfection, letting go, helps us align.
Precisely. And as we draw this second part to a close, remember the real power comes not just from knowing these things, but from weaving them into the fabric of your daily life. Small steps, consistently taken.
Okay, this brings us to our final part. Taking all this wisdom, these insights, and really putting them into practice, learning to decode those messages life sends us day to day. It feels like moving from theory into action, becoming like co-pilots of our own destiny.
Yes, stepping into that role, both creator and co-pilot. And the first key seems to be connecting with our true purpose, our dharma. We touched on this, it's more than just rules, isn't it?
Right, it's finding that unique path that just feels right, resonates with our deepest values, talents, passions.
Exactly. Dharma is about aligning with your most authentic self. That feeling of being off, that discontent. Often it's a sign we've strayed from our dharma.
So challenges can be seen as redirections, guiding us back, not punishing us.
That's a beautiful way to see them. Gentle course corrections guiding you back toward your true north.
We had those 3 questions for self-discovery. What truly brings you joy deep down? What are you naturally good at? And how can you use those gifts to serve others?
Potent questions. Finding your dharma isn't always quick or easy. It's a journey. It requires patience, introspection, sometimes courage.
Courage to let go of old identities.
Right.
Relationships, careers that don't fit anymore.
Yes, it can be uncomfortable letting go, but ultimately it's liberating. It fills life with a sense of meaning, purpose. Think of people who've truly lived their calling despite sacrifices.
Like Aung San Suu Kyi, that example. Immense challenges, but unwavering dedication. Inspiring.
Her path was extraordinary, of course, but everyone has a dharma, whether it's global activism or being a kind teacher, a loving parent, a creative artist. Your unique contribution matters. It harmonizes with the larger design.
Okay, so once we start getting a sense of our dharma, how do we tune into those daily messages, the guidance? We look at practical tools. First up, journaling. An inner conversation.
Journaling is wonderful for bypassing the conscious, critical mind and tapping into the subconscious. Morning pages, just writing stream of consciousness first thing.
3 pages, right, without censoring.
Exactly. Patterns emerge. Desires, feared opportunities become clearer. Then there's gratitude reflections.
Jotting down things you're thankful for shifts focus to abundance.
Yes, helps you see blessings even within challenges. And keeping a dream journal by the bed. Recording dreams upon waking.
Recurring symbols or themes can be messages.
Often, yes. Messages from your deeper self, your intuition.
These all seem like ways to quiet the noise and listen inward. The second tool was meditation, tuning into wisdom.
Meditation creates that essential stillness. It allows you to access intuition more clearly. A simple practice. Sit quietly, eyes closed, breathe deeply. Maybe visualize a warm, protective light.
And then
Silently ask a question like, universe, what's the message for me today? Or simply be open.
And just allow thoughts, images, feelings to arise
Yeah,
without judging them.
exactly. Trust that whatever comes has meaning, even if it's not immediately clear. Reflect afterward, note any insights.
Does this help distinguish intuition from fear?
Regular practice strengthens that discernment, yes, and builds trust in the unfolding plan.
The final tool was rituals of release, intentionally letting go.
Sometimes that feeling of discomfort of being stuck is a clear signal. Something needs to be released, a toxic relationship, a limiting belief, an old habit. Holding on just prolongs the struggle.
So create a ritual, like writing it down,
Yes, write down what you want released, be specific, emotions, situations, patterns.
and then burn it, bury it.
Safely, yes. While visualizing that energy dissolving, releasing its hold, then consciously replace it.
With a renewal affirmation, I release X, I welcome Y.
Precisely. This tangible act of surrender creates space for new beginnings. It's a powerful reminder of transformation through intention.
Journaling, meditation, rituals, powerful ways to tune in. Then we talked about the ripple effect, how our personal growth impacts more than just us.
Absolutely. As you embrace challenges, align with your Dharma, you become, in a way, a beacon. Your light inspires others. It contributes to a collective awakening.
Thich Nhat Hanh's idea of inner being, our interconnectedness.
Exactly. Everything is connected. Your actions, thoughts, intentions ripple outwards. Healing yourself helps heal the world. Shining your light helps illuminate the path for others.
And we can amplify this through acts of service.
Yes, dedicating time to help others, volunteering, mentoring, just listening, it reinforces that connection.
Sharing our story too. Vulnerability being powerful.
Immensely powerful. Sharing struggles and triumphs honestly gives others permission to do the same. Create space for connection, healing.
And simply cultivating presence, being fully there for others.
A profound gift, being truly present without distraction, honors their humanity. It can be transformative.
So as we wrap this up, it feels like a moment to just pause, breathe, let this settle.
Yes, a moment of integration.
We have these tools now, these perspectives,
Yeah.
to navigate life with more grace, more wisdom.
And the key is embodiment, the willingness to actually apply these teachings day by day, even small steps, consistency.
Remembering the universe is working with us, not against us. Every challenge holds a message, an opportunity.
Stay mindful, be compassionate, especially with yourself. Keep aligning with your unique path, your Dharma.
Life isn't happening to you.
It's happening for you.
So maybe next time we question things, we can just smile.
Yeah.
Trust the unfolding. Know we're exactly where we need to be.
Lean in, listen closely, trust the journey.
Beautiful. Before we finish, maybe one last thought for reflection.
Perhaps consider this. How might even the smallest shift in your perspective right now create profound changes in how you experience your life's journey going forward?
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.